to the second season of the Monarch Football Show with head football coach, Coach Goss. I'm your host, Paul Brown. Coach Goss, welcome back to our second season. So how are things looking so far entering your first regular season game this week?
Well, first of all, it's great to be here. And I think going into this season, we don't have a lot of holes that we have to fill from a depth standpoint. And so, in years past, we've been relying on so many incoming freshmen that, we had no idea what they were capable of. And, going into this coming year, there's only one or two spots where we're going to be playing, a freshman or a younger guy, and that's more in a rotational type situation. So I think from a depth standpoint, we're finally getting the program where it needs to be, and that's real exciting.
Now, having the positions lined up across the board, is there a particular position that might be behind all the other positions, or maybe a particular position group that is ahead of the rest?
Well, this is the first year that we've been really excited about our offensive and defensive lines. And 2 years ago, we were relying on freshmen. That's scary when you're dealing with linemen. They're not as strong as the guys they're going against. And we found a way to make it work, but now those guys who were freshmen 2 years ago, now they're juniors and seniors, and so we're really talented from a line standpoint, and I think that's gonna tell the tale as we get into the heat of the season. We run pretty deep on both sides of the ball, so it's exciting going to the first game.
Well, they say the game is won in the trenches, so that's really great having that strength right there on both sides of the ball.
Yes. With
those lines. Now, this preseason, you guys had a chance to scrimmage against Gyro Preparatory Academy. Are there any takeaways you guys had from that game or the experiences throughout that game?
Well, the way we set the scrimmage up, we get a chance to do some crossover stuff, and it's not necessarily a true game situation, but we get a chance to put both teams in different positions, and it starts with the special teams. I think from a special team standpoint, we had a chance to see some holes where we were weak and fill some of those holes and fix that. Offensively and defensively, I think that it was a very productive scrimmage. I think we got a chance to not only see our scheme go and move forward, but we also got a chance to figure out who our depth was and some of the guys who can step in when we need them to relieve some of the more advanced players. So it was good.
Now looking back at that game, are there any surprises, anything that you really didn't expect, whether positive or negative, looking back on that game?
Well, I think some of the freshmen stepped up, and some of the young guys in some positions that we needed to, we had returners, but we were looking for depth, and I think that we found our depth, and that's the greatest thing we came away from in the scrimmage.
Oh yeah, for sure. Coach Goss, thank you for the great insight. Coming up on this segment, we have our MU football correspondent, Billy Tenney, who will be chatting with senior wide receiver number 5 for the Monarchs, Anthony Radke. At 6'1", 208 pounds, you'll see Anthony Radke this year on the Monarch field, catching a lot of passes and a lot of touchdowns.
Hey, I'm Billy Tenney with the Monarch Football Show, and I'm joined here with senior wide receiver number 5, Anthony Radke. How you doing, Anthony?
How you doing, Billy?
Right now, Anthony's going to give us a quick little tour of the football facility. Tell me what it's like to get to work out in a weight room like this. You got new equipment, logos everywhere. It looks great. Tell me about it.
It's a lot more spacious as you can see. Previous weight room, floors, brand new, much easier to lift on when you want to clean a squat.
Tell me how you progressed through this program, how Coach Christie, our strength and conditioning coach, helped you make that transition.
They wanted me to gain weight, get strong, but my body wouldn't let me do that. So Coach Christie really got me flexible and toned my body down. And Coach K will get the opportunity to play receiver again. So once I got the opportunity, just never looked back.
So where are we right now?
This is our locker room right now. This is where we get changed, get hyped before the games, even practice.
Tell me what it's like to be in this locker room on game day.
A lot of emotions are in this locker room. Like, you can cut it with a knife. You got people getting hyped, sometimes a little too early, but you got music blasting, people jumping around. You got people just holding each other, saying we brothers, which we really are here. Go out there on the field, do some pregame stuff, come back in here. Coach Goss gives us some motivational speeches. we just get ready. GQ and Stu come tape us up, keep getting hydrated, and just get ready.
You wear number 5 for the Monarchs. Is there a backstory behind that?
Yeah, my offensive coordinator, Coach Kevin Williams, he was number 5 in college, and him being the offensive coordinator, he also gives out numbers for the whole team. And you know, his number is number 5 in college. He says he gives that number to a specific offensive player that he chooses. And after my sophomore year, going to my junior year, he asked me if I wanted number 5, and I said, of course. And so I've just been sticking with number 5 ever since.
So we're here in Monarch Stadium with Anthony. Anthony, tell me what it's like. Tell me what the atmosphere is like on a Saturday afternoon in this stadium.
Probably the greatest rush I've ever had in my life. Granted, this being a small stadium, it gets pretty darn loud in here. Between these stands always being filled up, student sections down here and on the field, fraternity, sororities, recruits, the band, cheerleaders, dance, and then of course the team. Like, it's definitely a family atmosphere around here, and it just continues to grow each and every day, and it's probably been the best 4 years of my life, no lie.
So what's your favorite memory, playing or not, you know, as a player on a game day? What would you take back from this stadium as this is my favorite memory in this place?
My sophomore year when we won conference, like when we beat NC Wesleyan 69-62, and I mean, people rushed the field and teammates were tackling each other. This was absolutely, to this day, that was the greatest experience of my life. There was a lot of emotion going on. Some people actually cried, without a doubt. Yeah.
And what's it going to take for the Monarchs to have that same success this year?
I think a lot of it comes on us seniors. Leadership is going to definitely be key. Every football team faces adversity. Every football team is going to do that. It's on us seniors to like really lead this team. You know like it's going to get bad at times. We got to show them we know how to face adversity. We can put one foot in front of the other like Coach Goss preaches to us and get the job done when it's needed.
It's all the time we've got today for our segment with the Monarch Football Show. I'm Billy Tenney. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Billy, for that interview. And actually, Anthony Radke plays a key component on the Monarch Football Show as he's one of our cameramen.
As a matter of fact, Anthony Radke came in as a tight end, about 15 pounds heavier than he is now. Most guys are expecting to put a lot of good weight on. When Anthony came in, we looked to remove a lot of his bad weight, and so now he's become the player he has, you know, not carrying such bad weight. So
done a great job. That's like a Weight Watchers program right there with Radke, so
it is.
Great job on that.
That's true.
Coach, your team travels up to Newport News, Virginia this upcoming Saturday to face the Shipbuilders. What can you expect out of this game?
Well, a couple things. You know, it's always scary going into the first game because you never know what you're truly going to get. What I can tell you is we'll be prepared on both sides of the ball. You know, we'll be ready for anything. As far as the Shipbuilders and their personnel is, you know, they're big, physical, always tough, bunch of blue-collar guys, and you know they're going to bring their best. Obviously, they'll be prepared the right way with their coaching staff up there, and you know we're in for a good game. But you know, again, on both sides of the football, I think you know we're going to run our system, and you know we're going to see what we can expose and take what they give us.
Now, obviously, having such great strength with both your offense and defensive line is going to play a pivotal role this weekend in playing such a physical team. But what is really the keys to success for this Week 1 opponent that you guys need to bring in to versus the Shipbuilders?
Biggest thing to win a Week 1 game is the team that makes the least amount of mistakes is usually going to win the football game. Our goal is to go in as a team, play a good, clean game, reduce down the penalties, reduce down the mistakes, reduce down the fundamental breakdowns. And if we do that, I would imagine that we have as good as anybody as has success in this.
Now, Coach, entering this Week 1 game, what do the Monarchs need to do to have success in this game and to carry that success throughout the rest of the season?
Well, I think this is a great momentum, shift for the positive or for the negative. Your Week 1 game, it's a non-conference game, and we play 3 of them, but this kind of sets up for your second non-conference game where you're looking for improvement. I'm excited to see what our team brings to the table, and I think that we'll be fully prepared to go up and face the Builders in Newport News.
Thank you very much for this insight, and we're very much looking forward to the game. Thank you again, Coach, and good luck this weekend. This has been the Monarch Football Show with Coach C.J. Goss, and I'm Paul Brown. We'll see you next week.
All